Welcome back to the KIX 96.5 morning show. We love featuring artists you should know about. And today we're heading to Nashville to chat with singer-songwriter Plaid Brixx. Chris is getting ready to drop his debut country single called Rock and Roll on October 6th. He's no stranger to the business, though. He's been a producer, a musician for the last decade. And we're excited to have Chris on the show. First, Chris, thanks for coming on.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Yeah,
Glad to be here.
I'm researching you last night, and and Plaid Brixx.
Yes.
You go from that to your first country single. You released a song like a year ago under Plaid Brixx. So tell us, you were from Ohio, now you're in Nashville. Tell us how you got here, Chris.
Well, I love rock music, and that's kind of where Plaid Brixx started as a rock band. And I got some advice maybe halfway through my tenure with Plaid Brixx to go to the pop direction, and with synth and no real drums, and I was really unhappy making music like that, and so I wanted to get back to my roots, and no better place than country to. In country, rock roots are still alive and thriving, actually, and it feels great to be working in an industry that appreciates guitar and live drums and rock.
Yeah, because you were a producer. How long have you been in Nashville?
I actually just moved here in February of this year.
Oh, okay. So not that long. So were you in Ohio? Is that where you were based out of?
Yeah, I was living in Ohio.
And then you were Plaid Brixx. Now you're Plaid Brixx. What's the significant with bricks?
I like bricks. They're strong. You can build stuff out of them. And, yeah. Well, I have a fascination with, one of my hobbies is archaeology. And people have been building stuff out of bricks for 10,000 years. So.
Yeah. Well, and you're living like right downtown Nashville.
I am.
How is that?
It's a little crazy. Yeah. I lived in a rural adjacent community in Columbus, and now I'm living directly in the middle of a city. So it's a lot different, but I do what I have to do.
Yeah. How's the transition been? I mean, what have we learned to get? I mean, do we have inroads? We know people now? How's it going?
Things are going really well. I moved here and immediately I've been working 12 hours a day writing. I have a studio in my apartment, and I wrote 50 songs I think this year, and we've got 10 done in the studio. I met all kinds of musicians and songwriters, and it's just, there's a thriving music community here. Everyone's moving here from LA as well. So all of these people that are fed up with pop music are moving to Nashville and making country.
Yeah, well, I read some review where they even said Plaid Brixx was kind of like a pop Rascal Flatts. I mean, yeah, have you always had kind of a thing with country?
I mean, I've always loved and listened to country since I was a very young lad. My mom is a huge country music fan, and she had me listening to all kinds of stuff from the time I was in diapers, and then she was a horse breeder, and so I spent a lot of time around horses and around horse community, and I learned to line dance and all that kind of thing. So
nice. Well, and you opened for Smash Mouth. Was Steve still in the band then, or not?
He was in the band, and seeing them play "Walking on the Sun" from backstage, like that, oh my God, that's one of the best songs ever, I think.
Nice. Well, yeah, because he passed away this year, which was sad. Yeah. But he was out of the band for a little while, but you still opened for him when he was there, so that was cool.
Yeah, he was definitely in the band.
Nice. Yeah, because when Chris was Plaid Brixx, he opened for Smash Mouth for a while on the road. Go check him out, Plaid Brixx. He's at chrisbrixx.com. He's at TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. His country debut single, Rock and Roll, comes out on October 6th. You did a couple of covers. You did Miley's Party in the USA and Britney Spears' Toxic. Is this your apartment? Or you're sitting like in a greenhouse, or there's plants all around you?
Yeah, that's in a sunroom. I like to switch it up. I do some of them in my apartment. I'll go visit my parents. My wife actually lives with my parents too, so I go back and visit them. for about a quarter to a third of my time, and I thought it would be fun to record live in the sitting room, sunroom.
Did you do it in a day? Because you change outfits like 40 times.
Yeah, I think it adds value to have different outfits in there. So it kind of works for social media. So
yeah, no, it's good. It's great. I was like, did he change clothes, or is this like 20 days it took him to do this? Or?
Yeah, no, I just did costume change.
That's great. So are your folks still in Ohio?
They are. I just wanted to say that before moving on, I filmed one yesterday. I had grown my beard out really long, and I did, one take with the beard. Then I go and I shaved it down to a goatee, and then I shaved it down to a mustache, and then I did a clean shave on the fourth one.
Oh, nice. That'll be great. What was it? What song did you do?
Soak Up the Sun by Sheryl Crow.
Oh, nice. Well, that'll be cool.
It turned out really good.
Yeah, if you go check him out, he's got videos on his YouTube page of Party in the USA and Toxic. And yeah, there's different shots. You're playing different instruments. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Go and check him out. He's also has some shorts on there that are pretty funny. Because you're at your folks' the one time. What do they have, like 2 dogs and 6 cats?
Yes, accurate.
Yeah. You come from an animal family. 3. And you guys have 3.
Yeah, we have 3. My parents have 3 for the cats. And then 3 dogs. And we used to have 4 dogs. Yeah, love animals.
Wow.
Grew up around horses as well. So
yeah,
animals everywhere.
Well, and one of your shorts on YouTube, it's funny. You mentioned about you were stuck on Tuesdays Gone from Leonard Skinner, which is one of your inspiration. I think they were listed first, so it was perfect. Is it still on repeat? Have we moved on to a new song this week?
No, still, I'm always listening to Tuesdays Gone. I think I probably listen to it every day, almost. It's like spiritual for me at this point.
I wonder why. What's with that song?
I don't know. To me, it's like the perfect song. The emotion of Ronnie Van Zant and his delivery, and just the music and the melodies on the guitar riffs and the drum parts. Like it's the perfect storm of musicianship.
Huh. Yeah. Tuesday's Gone by Skinner. He's got it on repeat. I get a song stuck in my head that I'll be singing it for a few days, but yeah, I haven't just listened to a song over and over and over. Maybe that's what I need to do next.
Yeah, I get obsessed with songs, and so I just had to make a post about it.
Yeah, no, it's great. Well, it says you have a waterfall of releases coming in 2024. So how many songs are in the can now, Chris?
I have 10 done, and it's a wide range of things. There's I think the second release coming out is going to be called Country Booty, which is kind of an homage to Save a Horse, Ride a Cowboy.
Nice.
And then up that alley of Big and Rich. So
Country Booty.
Really, yeah.
And then are you producing these, or who are you doing them with?
I co-produce everything. So my process is that I'll whip something up in my studio, get it into a really good place, and then I take it to my co-producer, whose name is John Shaw. He's a touring guitarist for Sarah Evans, and he's just an incredible musician. And he helps me organize live sessions and finds the players and organizes all of that for me. And then he plays on them too, and his guitar playing is incredible.
Nice. So a lot of more stuff is coming from Chris Brixx. He's only scratching the surface. Rock and Roll, his debut country single, comes out on October 6th. You're with Music City Media. They got all kinds of these up-and-coming artists. Do you guys get together at all? I mean, I had Chris Clark on the show. He's a younger guy in Nashville. Do we do anything with everybody?
I haven't met him, but one of the other artists, Beth Alexander, was actually in the video for Rock and Roll, which we filmed maybe 2 weeks ago. So that was fun to meet him. He was a nice guy.
Cool. So a video's coming for the song.
Oh yeah.
Nice. Is it all coming out on the 6th?
I think the video will be delayed maybe like a week or two after, but we'll be using clips for the video to promote the song on the 6th when it comes out. It was pretty funny. The Rock and Roll is kind of inspired by, I got stuck in traffic behind a pedal tavern. I don't know if you've been to Nashville recently, but there's this fad called the pedal tavern. It's like 10 people. They're on these little seats with pedals, and they're drinking. It's like a mobile
a mobile
tavern.
bar.
Yeah, and they hold up traffic everywhere. So I was kind of getting mad. I was trying to go to the grocery store on Friday night and sitting in traffic. But then I realized, like, I should be appreciative that this kind of thing exists because it means the economy here is doing well and there's good amounts of tourism and everything. So, but the song was kind of inspired by that. So we ended up renting they have these party buses, and one of them is a large tractor, basically pulling a building built on a flatbed. So we got a live band playing on the back of like this flatbed tractor situation.
Awesome. Yeah, I haven't seen those in Nashville. I've never been to Nashville, but I have seen the pedal bar in full effect. I was trying to think where it was last, but yeah, it's pretty funny. They're just drinking and exercising at the same time.
Well, I've actually, I think the secret is that I think the people might think they're exercising, but I'm not sure that they're actually pedaling them. I'm not sure they're actually moving it. I think it has an engine.
Yeah, I think it's moving no matter what.
Yeah.
Just keep drinking. Check him out, Chris Brixx. He's at chrisbrixx.com. He's at TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. You get a kick out of him if you go and watch some of his videos. I mean, this rock and roll song, we listened to it yesterday. This thing is rocking. I mean, you're right on the edge, I think, Chris, of like country, rock. You're right there.
Yeah. All my favorite bands are huge rock acts, and Leonard Skinner is probably my favorite. And I like to say that my new music is kind of like Leonard Skinner meets AC/DC meets like Morgan Wallen. So
nice. Well, and the guy that mixed this did like Hotel California or something?
Well, that's the mastering engineer. I think Ted. I'll have to look up his name.
I mean, that's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
So he's got a good team.
Sweet.
Yeah, that's lots more coming. So are we happy now? How are we feeling?
Super happy to be here in Nashville and just loving country music. And I've never had more fun making a record in my life.
Nice.
It's been a pleasure.
What are we going to do? Have a band? What's next?
Yeah, I've been putting together a band. By the way, the mastering engineer is Ted Jensen. I couldn't recall his last name offhand. But,
okay.
We're putting together a band. I've got a drummer and a guitarist right now. Just need to find a bass player. But shouldn't be too hard. You could basically throw a baseball and it'll land on a musician.
Well, exactly. Just go stand outside for 10 minutes and and you'll find one of them. He's downtown Nashville. Big things coming. Chris Brixx. Go check him out. chrisbrixx.com. Rock and Roll comes out on October 6th. Well, Chris, thanks so much for coming on.
Hey, thanks for having me. It was really a pleasure to chat with you.
Here he is, Chris Brixx. It's KIX 96.5.